today I want to make a new watercolor palette. You probably have seen some people making kits in tins like this. I found on eBay an old cigarette box and I think it's rather beautiful and I really like it. Can put it there. One of these rubber things that used to hold the cigarettes, slip it onto the finger and hold it like that. Genius. The perfect thing. But often I don't take it because it's too heavy. As beautiful as this is, I'm making a new one. I've sketched out my plan. Something like this is what it should look like. Really lovely set. Little bit too heavy for me, so let's fix it. that's how it's looking so far. It closes now. The brush fits in here nicely, and here I've carved out a section of these dividers that so it is able to fully close. What I would like to do now is to focus on the hinges, like in the sketch below here. So I've marked the spot here where they should go, and now I can look here where I store some leather scraps. Yeah, I think I will try it with this dark brown. It has enough contrast to the wood color, I think, and it will definitely also darken over time. So let's go with this combination here. What I would like to do now is to carve out a little bit of the area so it can lay flat in there. Might be a little stiff, but we can of course thin it out where the fold is. So I've thinned out this piece of leather a little bit and cut it to the right size so that it will be able to open up fully. So after I did cut the groove of the outline here with the knife, now I can get rid of the wood inside with the knife, but the chisel here is easier, of course, but you can do this sort of thing also just with a knife. Using a chisel is easier, of course. So I do that. All that goes for the compartments in the inside, of course. Also, I think you can accomplish all of this with just a pocket knife or something like this. Swiss Army knife, especially have the smaller blades, and you can cut it with this very well. And then you can start getting rid of this. So I would say a pocket knife like this would be enough, especially since this also has the saw. I'll link it to you, but using a carving knife and a little chisel is much more comfortable, especially if you have a little vise like this. These vises here you can often find used if you search for clockmaker vises. I look for something new that I can put in the description, but I would recommend having a look at eBay. Alright, now let's see if it opens up. Looking good so far. Oh, see that? It's got a built-in auto close mechanism. It's high-tech. Isn't that great? No, it's not. We don't want it to auto close, but I think we will manage to get it to a point where it doesn't close. Maybe if I thin it out a little bit. And now let's see. All right, good enough, I think. Now, of course, it wants to stay open and doesn't want to close anymore, but that's not a problem because next thing we will do is to put some kind of a closing mechanism on the front here. So cut a groove, like cut the groove down here also. Fix it only on top, I think. And here on the bottom, mount one of these small magnets here. And then hope that these are strong enough to keep it closed. So I don't know how, but somehow this keeps happening with every project at least 5 times. I was just thinking about which colors I would like to put in here and started pulling out older palettes and paper. And before we move on and finish this, let's so it is ready to be filled up. I must say I'm quite excited on how it turned out. For the time being, it's my new favorite little piece, and I like the thought of 2 days ago it was just 2 little scrap pieces of wood and a little scrap piece of leather, and with some time and effort it's become a thing. Very exciting. Also exciting to you, yes? Look at it. So now I can't wait to fill it up with color and start using it, of course, and to decide which colors I would like to put in here. I started with my oldest watercolors that I got gifted from a very good friend many years ago, and I still love these and use these more than any other set I've got since then. These are the colors that I took out from here and just put them in here as a little test, and I just made a quick sketch with it to see how I like working with it. What I decided for this palette is to go for a very classic approach and just go for mainly for primary colors and have a set of warm primary colors and a set of cool primary colors. And in addition, I have a dark gray-brown color, which makes it a lot easier to quickly add some depth somewhere. So I like to have this, and I would like to put some kind of a white in to get something to pop out a little bit more. So I already took some of these colors out from here, put them in my old travel palette here, and I'll continue to do that because here at home I don't use the big full palette here. I don't use it that often, and I thought about it, but I think I'd rather use these colors that I like very much and put them somewhere where I'm actually using them instead of them lying somewhere in the shelf. I don't know how I took them out the last time, but I think this time I will try and use the knife. And here for the white I will use some gouache. So now it's just a way of working all of them into these pens like I did here. So I'm trying to spread the white gouache a little bit more to the sides here, so it might dry more evenly. So let's give this mixing area here a little first test. Looking promising. The clear lacquer seems to do the trick, so it won't go into the wood here. Then I'm sure I'll be able to clean it very nicely. I think that's it. Only thing left to do now, as one of our main goals was to cut back on weight, is now to compare it. The old one versus the new one. I think I'll make a quick second project, new sketchbook to go along with it, and then I'm going to hit the road and sketch with it a little bit outside and see perhaps I can share some of that in another video. So let's see. Let's say bye.